And then this should go live automatically in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. All right, fantastic. We are officially live. Well, what's up, Garage Gym Revolution? It's Coach Evan. I am here with Josh Sedgwick, who has been with us for the past couple of months. Hopefully, you guys got the memos that we will be interviewing 5 clients in a 5-part Q&A series for you guys. All of our clients come from different backgrounds. Josh came to me, was it in January?
Yeah.
Fantastic. January. Right after the service industry. How many years in that were you doing?
About 11.
11 years in the service industry. He had a 1-car garage that he had been training himself out of, training his girlfriend out of, and he was looking to level up. So if you're watching this video live, hashtag level up to show Josh some love for being here. As you guys have seen, from service industry to 6-figure Fitpro, Josh just hit an $11,000 month with us for the first time in August, and he's going to be doing great things in the coming months. So we are very fortunate to have you here, Josh. Thank you very much. And I want to give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit more about your journey, about how you went from, you know, working as a bartender and then as general manager for a restaurant, and then going all in on your fitness business and your dreams. So why don't you tell us and the audience a little bit about yourself and your business? And right before I do, for any comments for Josh, again, just don't worry. At the end of our Q&A, we're going to open the floor up. Do not hesitate to ask him any questions that you might have. He is here for your support, and he's an open book. So feel free to ask whatever questions you might have. But without further ado, Josh, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business, where you are now, where you came from. Give us the rundown.
Absolutely. So I've been a personal trainer since 2013. Kind of started off as a passion, turned into intrigue and borderline obsession. Along the way, I was also doing, like Evan mentioned, I worked as a bartender for several years, most recently as general manager. You know, my biggest thing throughout the process was that was my hobby. That was what I did on the side. I trained people, you know, off and on during the course of that, but working full time, 60 plus hours a week, didn't really get a chance to dive into that. Didn't really realize my potential within that. You know, and much like people this last year and a half, I experienced some complex issues at work and decided to really try to dive more into the aspect of personal training. I actually saw Evan on Facebook, and, you know, I watched one of his videos talking about how he converted his business into a garage gym business. And it really got me inspired to try to do the same. As you mentioned, I've got a space that I've been utilizing for myself for several months, several years. Decided to go and just go for it. And I kind of got a little bit of a head start, which is great. You know, I started getting a couple of people in here and there, you know, learning the process, definitely undervaluing my services and just not knowing the next steps. But in doing so, I decided this is truly what I'm called to do. This is what I'm meant to be here for. Made the decision after 11 years to leave my previous employment and go 110% invested into myself. And in the process of doing that, sought out help from Evan. And since then, it's been nothing but fantastic results. You know, the best part about it really is I look at where I'm at now. I have more freedom to be with myself, my friends, my family. I'm able to fully serve my clients with 110% focus. It's no longer a side gig or a side hustle. It's truly what I'm meant to be doing. So just quality of life for myself and people that I work with has done nothing but improve since fully investing the energy into myself.
That's awesome, man. And you touched a little bit upon the idea that you had like one foot in the door, one foot out while you were working full time. When you came on board, were you still working in the restaurant industry?
No, I had literally quit and left 11 days before we got on the phone.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was fun employed for 11 days.
That's a huge leap, especially considering at that time we didn't have a mini course. You had just decided to go all in on your dreams, and I guess I came into your life at the perfect time for you to really grow. So that's really awesome. So how many clients did you have when you were doing this part-time and figuring out the whole transition process?
At one point, I had 8 people that I was working with in particular, but it was off and on. It was session based. It was when you have time. There really wasn't any structure or commitment on either end based on the schedule. So, truth be told, a few of those people ended up falling off as I made that transition. So yeah, I would say 8 people was kind of where I was teetering, but again, that wasn't consistent throughout the course of that time.
Yeah. And that leads into my next question, is about the insight where you were before joining the Garage Gym Revolution. You had, some every now and then clients. You said you were charging in packages.
Yep.
You were doing primarily one-on-one, if that's correct.
Yep, that's 100%.
So, I remember when we got on the phone, you showed me your space, 1-car garage. And I was like, you could probably get like 2 or 3 people in there. We could transition to semi-private. And you were all in, which is awesome, because the people who do see the most success with us are the ones who take the bull by the horns and really just go for it as fast as they can, which is awesome. But tell us about, you touched upon structure. Tell us about what changes you made, and give us some insight as to like what you learned initially from joining us.
The first thing that you really drove home for me when I signed on was you got to raise your prices. It seems pretty simple, but a lot of people struggle with that, myself included. You realize that after all the energy and time you put into developing your preparation for being a personal trainer, you have to remember that that's all investment put into making you the best version of you, so you can fully provide for your clients. So once I realized I needed to charge what I was worth and that people were okay with that price, it made me feel a lot more confident in developing a brand around that. Additionally, it was also just the organization and how you lay it out. It's making sure you have dedicated time slots available, what days you're training, who's going to be showing up. All these things originally were just up in the air. I needed to make sure I had some structure attached to my schedule with that. And it was not just for me, it was for my clients as well.
That's awesome. That's such a good, you touched upon the word, you said brand. And again, anybody that's watching this now, if you haven't given Josh the love, #level up in the comments below. And again, at the end, we're going to do a live Q&A. So if you have questions for him on any part of his journey, feel free to drop them in the comments and we'll read them for him to answer for you. But you talked about how raising your prices, not just by owning your own skill set, helped you establish a brand and helped your clients also like get on board to your mission, to your vision, to your values, which is so powerful. And people show up for what they pay for, and by doing something that was initially scary actually allowed you to not just support yourself, but give your clients the structure that they needed to see better results. So that's really inspirational. That's a huge thing for anybody who's ever on the fence of not really sure if I should be raising my prices or not. Right. I love that. And Josh, you came in to us, or you came on to the Garage Gym Revolution with a lot of questions on how to structure your business effectively and all that stuff. So I'm sure you've seen millions of ads for business coaches and coaches that help Fitpros and all those other things. I'm sure you still see them every day the way that I do. But why did you choose to join the Garage Gym Revolution specifically over any other program?
The major reason why was just the in-person element, and the language that Evan speaks is really what called to what I wanted to do. Like you mentioned, there's, 100 different ads that pop up for all sorts of business coaches and online this and whatever that might be. Where Evan was coming from was exactly where I wanted to go. And that's, I have a space that I have access to. I have a client following that I know that I can serve. This is a man who's walked the walk, who can show me how to get there. And he did it in a way that made it very approachable. And he didn't try to use a bunch of flashy buzzwords and fancy side scrolling ads with this, that, and the other thing. He was just being 100% honest. He was just, and to this day, he has been absolutely transparent and 100% sincere about everything he delivers. And that's what drew me to him, even just through the initial video that I watched. And then I got on the phone with you. And I think I told you within like 3 minutes, I was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm going to be your easiest sell ever. But it was true. It's because that's your confidence, the way that you explained to me what you're going to be able to provide for me as a member of the coaching group was huge. And you can't put a value or a price on that when it comes down to it, because you truly care about how it is that we do and how well we succeed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's really awesome. And, we talk about that a lot with, all of our Fit Pros, which is like authenticity and vulnerability in your messaging is going to attract the kind of people that you want. And you've been with us since, was it January now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been with us for 9 months now. And at any given time, if those things did not ring true, you'd be out. And the same thing goes with our fitness clients, is like who you are as a man, who you are as a business owner, what your brand stands for, your mission, your vision, your values, right? Your client-centric mission statement, all those things are going to attract the right people. And there's a reason why you're almost a year into this program and crushing it. And that's because like the things that we align with are the reason why you would sign up. And this goes to anybody watching now is, if you're in this group, if you're considering us, and if you have hesitation on anything that we say, we're not right for you. And that's totally fair. You should find the right person the same way that your clients are going to hire you based upon what it is that your message conveys to them. And so it's really cool that A, I appreciate the kind words. And B, it's really cool that you're able to translate that into your business to see your growth in the past 9 months. So you touched upon this a little bit, and I know I'm probably the first business coach you hired, correct?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Is there anything about the Garage Gym Revolution that stands out to you? I mean, I know not being in other business coaching programs, you probably don't have a huge comparison, but seeing the ads, what is it about what the Garage Gym Revolution does that really stands out and makes you keep on rocking with us?
I think the first thing that really got me into it, because I was researching a couple things prior to, taking the journey and going independent. And I had done like the free webinar, this, that, and the other thing. Everything felt so disconnected. Everything felt very impersonal. And within a moment of commenting and engaging, you were able to get with me because you wanted to try to see if I can bring this person into my world. So that was probably the first thing, was I can tell that I'm being brought into the circle. I'm being brought into the fold, so to speak. And that's really what draws me in, is we're part of a coaching community, and that is very powerful. The minute that you're involved, you're part of the you're part of the group, you're part of the family. We all have the same challenges and the same opportunities to celebrate our wins, which is great. And that's, I think, what sets me apart from working with somebody remotely, distantly, whatever that is. It just didn't feel like there was a connection, whereas I was able to actually engage with you almost instantaneously.
Awesome. And man, I love everything you're saying. If you're watching live, again, you're watching the replay, #level up for Josh and for yourself, so we can check in with you. And one of the things that you're touching upon is also the importance of building your own community, building your own like relationships with these people that create the long-lasting retention, the way that you are now seeing with your business. So that's really, really valuable. So quick question for you, little time for you to brag, is how has your life changed since joining the program?
Oh man, so much. The beginning, like I mentioned, was just, I took a vision and I took a goal and a dream, if you will, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and try to put one foot forward and go from there. From January to this moment on, I've been given the tools to succeed and surpass my original intentions. I remember looking back on the goals I set for 2021 financially within my business, and I look at them now and I'm like, child's play. Like I can do so much more because I know what I need to do, and I've got the community behind me that's going to help me get there. Additionally, by focusing on semi-private as a main priority, by elevating my pricing to truly match the value that I can provide, I'm able to pay for my bills and go on trips with my partner, and her and I can go and travel, and I don't have to stress about working a 60+ hour week to not enjoy my life. So that's the biggest thing I can say it's been a major improvement, is the amount of time I can spend with my loved ones and not have to worry about the financial needs and necessities that are attached to having a job. It's something I truly value and love doing, and I got my quality time back. It's huge.
That's awesome. And for anybody who thinks that is only possible with online training, Josh is living proof that you can do it on your own, that this being successful in this industry, if you value in-person training, you value that human interaction, that kind of experience, it's right in front of you with the keys and the strategies that are being implemented, and you can do it in your damn garage, which is really, really cool. So question to reflect upon is, where do you think you would be right now if you didn't join our program? You're probably with another coach for sure.
You
But
know,
where do you think you'd be?
I would probably still be running session packages, undervalued, probably getting frustrated and a little bit concerned because a part of that is the financial element. Where am I going to be able to sustain this financial freedom? And then also not really knowing the way to set myself up for success. So I would definitely be disorganized. I would be undervalued. I certainly wouldn't feel confident coming into, the end of my first year with the program. It's a completely different experience. I would imagine that I'd be frustrated. I'd probably be struggling just again from lack of knowledge and lack of understanding of really what it takes to be successful in this industry.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad to know that you took quick action and that you've gained that clarity in your structure and just the confidence. I mean, that's huge for so many people is, raising your prices and feeling confident in that. And the confidence comes with delivering higher value to your clients. So it's really cool that you recognize that. I got one more question for you, but we're going to take a quick commercial break. I told you about this. We're running a special offer, and it's very similar to the offer that all of you guys, you Garage Gym Gorillas, are running for your clients. So quick commercial break. If you're watching this live, you're watching the replay, this is a exclusive invitation for you guys that will not be made available until 2020, if ever again. Our program, if you are not aware, is 16 weeks long. Josh has been in with us for 9 months because he's rocking so hard. He can't bear to leave us. But right now, you get your first month for free with this program. Josh was not aware of that, but that is the huge announcement just for watching this live. If you're looking to see the kind of results that Josh has seen, if you're looking to grow in the way that Josh has, if you're looking for the structure, the clarity, the confidence, if you want to know how you can do this on your own, I need to see a hashtag level up in the comments below, and I will message you personally on how you can get your first month with us absolutely free, an extended period of time. So instead of 16 weeks with us, you get 20 full weeks with us, and we are guaranteeing you a 5-figure month within your first 60 days with us. That's $10,000 guaranteed, or you don't pay for it. Crazy offer, but only after doing this for a little bit more than a year can I actually make that guarantee with confidence. So if that sounds like you, if you want what Josh has gotten in the past 9 months, hashtag level up below. I'll send you a message afterwards. And that's the end of our commercial break. Again, we're going to be doing this every day this week. We've got 4 other awesome clients in different positions in their business, different durations with us. And right now, if you are watching this, this is our invitation for you to come join us. And again, Josh, I'm going to open up the door and say, if anybody has questions, they can message you directly. And so that you can answer any questions they might not be super excited to ask in a public environment like this. But again, if you are here, you have any questions for Josh, we're an open book. We have we hide nothing. This is a honest and clear program. We want to make sure you get that with whatever questions you might have. So feel free to message me, message Josh, comment below. We're here for your support. End of commercial break. We got one more question for you. And that is, if there is anyone watching that is on the fence about booking a strategy session relative to that free month in the program, what would you say to them right now?
You guys need to jump on it. I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds like a wild offer, but it's going to make perfect sense within the first 2 weeks of you guys working with Evan and with the group. It's like I mentioned before, the biggest thing it could do is develop the knowledge and confidence around developing your business and creating an understanding and a structure around what it is to be a part of the personal training community. As Evan touched on before, we do this because we care about our clients. For a lot of people, that's really what it takes. And being able to do that with entirety and sincerity is completely invaluable, let's be honest. And knowing that I was able to approach the program with 0 experience professionally, I turned a side gig into a very lucrative opportunity to take care of myself, but also serve my community the way that I was intended. It's huge. And I strongly encourage you guys jump on this. Trust me, he's giving you way more time than you need to succeed because you will see success very quickly. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Trust me, you got to get on board with it.
That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. Again, hashtag level up in the comments below. You want me to reach out to you. We're going to open the floor up for the next 2 minutes. If anybody has any questions for Josh about his journey, about the program, about his experience with us, now's the time to drop it in the comments below. We are an open book. We want to give you an opportunity to ask us any questions that you might have wherever you are in your business. If you're just getting started like Josh was, or if you're coaching 20 clients, you want to transfer from one-on-one to semi-private, you're looking to grow from 5 to 10K or 10 to 20K, now's your opportunity to ask me, to ask Josh, what is it that you guys need? What questions do you guys have for Josh? Because right now we've got about 2 more minutes before we shut this down. I should get some Jeopardy music to let people know.
The double Jeopardy.
Yeah. And if you can't think of anything right now, but you've commented #level up below, right? I'm going to make sure to reach out to you personally to follow up with you. I'm also going to tag Josh in the program. So if you have questions for him that you want to send him a message, feel free to do so as well. I don't see any questions coming up on the comments right now, but we might get some in the replay. Josh, is there anything you would like to leave, any insight, not necessarily about the program, but about, running a business, about being a Fitpro, about, just succeeding in this industry? What would you like to sign off for these good folks watching us now?
I would say the number one thing is you are capable of so much more than you let yourself believe. So it's imperative that you take those steps, believe in yourself, trust in your worth, trust in your capabilities of being successful, because you can and you will achieve whatever you have your heart set to.
I cannot end on better words than that. So I'm going to end this right there. Josh, thank you so much. Hang back for a second as we wrap this up. Guys, again, #level up for Josh. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you all tomorrow with another live Q&A. If you got any questions, let me know. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'll make sure that you have an opportunity to connect with Josh as well. And I will see you tomorrow night for our Q&A then. Adios.